Okay, welcome to Comfort Havoc number 2. Um, so, in my PSA, I left off what I was supposed to talk about. So, we're going to do it now. Alright? So, as you know, I did a PSA about the rapist that happened here Thursday night. It's either Thursday night or Wednesday night. I'm not going to swear to it because I can't really remember. But, as a person who was once accused of being the serial rapist, I thought I'd make this video because racial profiling is a thing, and it is a bad thing in many cases. All right, in my case specifically. All right. First off, I'm 5'3.5". Let's get that straight. Let me step back so y'all can get a body shot. Yeah. Move that to the side for a second. I'm 5'3.5", approximately 120 pounds. I'm going to stop at 125. That's like my ideal weight because of my hip replacement. The doctors don't want me going back up to 130 pounds. So I'm 5'3", 125 pounds. All right. They don't want me going to my military weight, and so my high school weight was 121 pounds, like forever. So they want me there. It's safer for my hip. It's safer for other health reasons, which they still haven't explained to me, but for health reasons, they don't want me going over 125 pounds. So we're gonna leave that right there. Now, at the time of this Charlottesville serial rapist who worked at Harris Teeter or Tweeter or whatever the hell you call that shit, that's where he worked. And I happened to get pulled over one morning. So let's tell you how the story began. The night before, or the day before rather, that makes a little bit more sense, the day before, I had got this really bad review and videotape from Sundance about my very first movie, which is called Fallen Dragons, which no one has seen, so I want to thank everybody involved in that. And the reason why no one has seen it because I suck at life when it comes to technology. Also, I had lost the main thing, so I couldn't find it. But now I found it. Now my computer's tripping, so I can't put the movie up. So moving on. So the next day I decided, me and my partner, I'm gonna go take him to see this thing about my freaking horrible ass movie that I've done on Sundance. I have a note, and I have evidence. You know, I got the note from Sundance that told me how much my movie sucked, and I'm gonna take it to my partner Bruce Johnson, and we're gonna see what we can do to improve it. That's the same video that I was also given to a studio. I have VHS stuff downstairs. I'm pretty sure I still have the note downstairs somewhere from Sundance. And so, here I am, thinking, cool, I got this horrible ass note from Sundance that tells me how much my film sucks. And Sundance doesn't do kung fu movies, which also was a lie, by the way, because the week that I got my film from Sundance, the very weekend that this happened was the same weekend that they played this Japanese Sundance film, which, surprisingly enough, was a martial art film. So no kudos to you, Robert Redford, and Sundance, because you guys lied. The very Friday that I got my note from them, well, I got my note on a Thursday, I got hemmed up by the police on Friday. But that very weekend was the weekend where this Japanese movie came out. So I guess because I'm not Japanese, I can't make a kung fu movie. So Sundance gets no points for that. Anyway, moving on. So I have on a pair of Nautica jeans and a Nautica jacket, which, by the way, I haven't worn anything Nautica since that shit. So Nautica, if you want to make me a Nautica model, I will gladly take the job. I don't really blame you guys for it, but I was traumatized, so I just refused to wear Nautica stuff. because a Nautica jacket made out of something that's like polyester versus cotton. I'm getting there. Don't worry, I'm getting there. So the suspect was 6'4", black, and he was wearing a Nautica jumpsuit. We all know the difference between sweatpants and jeans. However, these 6 ATM agents who wore glasses obviously needed a stronger prescription. So I'm walking from my house. I just got out of the shower, just got dressed, hair still wet, starting to rain outside, and I don't ever really carry an umbrella because I used to train in the rain. So I'm walking apartments, and 2 Buicks and a Chevy pull up behind me, and it's 6 men, all of Italian or Greekish descent. Somebody that they know personally got raped that morning at around 7 or 8. And it's like just after 8 now, as I'm coming up the street with my backpack in hand, here to go to the University of Virginia to talk to my boy Bruce, who helped me make the movie, who made a cameo in the movie, and all kinds of other stuff. And what happens is, these cops decide they're going to pull me over while I'm walking. Now, mind you, the suspect is 6'4". Mind you, my little ass is 5'3" and half. If I count that half. The suspect is 250 plus pounds. I'm 120 at the moment of that happening, as well as currently. So I'm walking up the street. I ain't thinking for a New York minute that I'm about to get pulled over until these 6 cars pull out. Now, as a martial artist, I'm ready to fight. I'm always ready to fight. Then I seen the magical sticker ATF on their arms, so I stopped. So they begin to sequester me and start asking all these questions. It's like, what's in your backpack? My rejected movie from Sundance, a note, a pocket knife, gum, and some books, and pictures of me as a child so that my nephews and them wouldn't draw mustaches over my baby pictures. I'll make a more in-depth video when I go downstairs and find all this shit. But anyway, for now, this is what you get. So they went through my backpack, found everything I said, including the pocket knives, including the breath mints, because I always carry breath mints. Never without breath mints. You never know when you're going to meet a hot chick. Save that for later. Anyway, so started going through my shit, talking all kinds of stuff, and they started asking me questions. So the first question was, where were you at 7 o'clock? And I said, well, I was in the bed at 7 o'clock. Where were you at 7:30? And I said, well, you really don't want me to answer that question. It's like, you need to answer that question. I said, okay, well, if you must know, I was taking a shit. Now, between 7 and 7:30, I'm getting my shit together. I'm going to the bathroom. I'm shooting a deuce. And then I'm going to wash my ass, which is why my hair was wet. So he goes, what were you doing at 7:45, 8 o'clock? I said, well, after I shit, I generally wipe my ass. After I wipe my ass, I get in the shower. Where are you coming from? I'm coming from 512 Rougemont, right down the street where my house is at. Here's my ID. And, I'm complying. I'm being a fairly nice person, Saying, well, where were you at 8 o'clock? I said, dude, it's like 8:16. I was walking up this street at 8 o'clock. You just stopped me from walking. At the time, I had a wristwatch on. I stopped carrying wristwatches because I always meet someone who does martial arts, and I somehow magically wind up getting into sparring matches. Okay, so that's the thing. Anyway, it hasn't happened in a long time because I'm not wearing a watch. But, no one behold, if I wear a watch, I'm going to meet somebody who knows martial arts, and we're going to have a sparring match. But anyway, moving on. So, cops start asking me all these questions. It's like, dude, I just told you. First I got up, then I took a shit, then I took a shower. I had already shaved already. I shaved like the night before. So, what's this about? Refused to tell me what it was about. I had no idea what was going on. So I was like, alright, well, are you down with me? It's like, yeah, you can go and we can give you a ride. I said, y'all not giving me a ride, no way. He says, why not? I said, well, one, you ATF, and two, this was not about firearms, tobacco, etc., which is what ATF do. I said, I used to want to be a cop. I know how the law works. You are only allowed to give me a ride in two cases: disabled vehicle, or you're carrying my ass to jail. I said, so one, we don't have an ATF station in Charlottesville. We have U.S. Marshals, we have FBI, and we have the Albemarle County Sheriffs, we have the Sheriff, and we have the Albemarle County Police and the Charlottesville City Police, which you have none of that on. Which means if you're not taking me to those places, you can't give me a ride. I haven't broken any laws. I have been completely compliant. I have let you go through my shit. You frisked me. There's no weapons. I said, now, as a martial artist, I am a weapon, but, I haven't broken any laws. I'm not going to fight the police because I'm not stupid. 6 armed men against one little guy, I'd have to be pretty goddamn quick. I am just that damn quick. But anyway, so after that, these motherfuckers think they slick. So I'm walking. At the time, I wasn't working where I'm working now. But I have friends there, so I ducked in to explain them what I'm telling y'all. And so what I told them was, look, if they find me dead, it's 6 ATF agents driving, 2 Buicks and a Chevy, the most shittiest green color you could ever find. Because I didn't get the license plates, but all of them was Italian or of Greek descent. I said, so if you find me dead, you remember that I stopped here at this time, at this point, to let y'all know what the fuck is going on. So now I don't know that there's a serial rapist happening, because serial rapists, farthest from my mind. The only thing on my mind is, we're gonna make some kung fu movies. That's it. 27 years old. So yeah, over 20 years ago, basically. So I'm walking. I get to the university. I talk to Bruce, and I talk to my friend Bennett, who's the running of the shop. And I said, yo, man, is there something going on in the news? Because I got held up by like 6 ATF agents. He's like, oh, you don't know about the Charlottesville serial rapist? I was like, we have a serial rapist? And you know how when Michelangelo popped out the sewer when April offered him pizza? That's how I was, only not happy, shocked. I said, dude, how tall is this dude? He's like, dude's 6'4", 200 something plus pounds. Oh, hell no. First thing I did after I got through talking with Bruce, I put my backpack back on. I went straight to the police department. I walked to the police department and told them that I was harassed by ATF agents, which they pretty much laughed in my face and told me there was nothing they can do about it. I didn't go to the sheriff department. I should have went to the sheriff department because it was right around the corner. And the sheriff, regardless of what everyone thinks, the sheriff is actually the highest police officer and branch in the land. All right, they could have done something. Now you got U.S. Marshals and ATF, and you have the FBI, and you have CIA. Those are more federal government stuff. But when it comes to civilian, nothing is higher than the sheriff and the conservation officers, because they can kick in your house for absolutely nothing if they got suspicion of you killing more animals or whatever the hell it is they do. So my dumb ass, instead of going to the sheriff, which is what I should have went to, I should have went straight to Albemarle County Sheriff and let them know that this shit happened, because I'm not 6 feet tall. I'm not 240 pounds. I've never raped anybody a day in my goddamn life. The concept has never even thought my fucking mind. So I go to the U.S. Marshals, file a complaint. They take my complaint. I'm pretty sure they threw it in the trash after I walked out the door. I'm pretty sure I heard giggling on the way out, but nothing was ever done. Nothing ever came of it. But this is why racial profiling is bad. Now I'm 47. I will never see 6 feet tall. I will never see 240 something pounds. I also will never plan on raping anybody unless that's the role I have in a movie, which I really don't want to play. But if it's the only job I can get, then I'll take it. We can't just go off of people's looks and their height, and being a man of color with a rapist around, it is very dangerous for us now, because some dumb jackass that got it in his head that he's gonna go around raping chicks because they said no. Look, dude, I watch porn every night. It's a whole lot better to watch porn every night than to go out and rape a chick. You gotta stroke one off, then stroke it off. But don't go out and take a woman's body when many women say no. There is just equal many amount of women who will say yes. You just have to find them. But in no circumstances whatsoever is rape ever a good thing. Not to mention, I got 5 sisters, dude. And anybody who touches one of them, and it gets back to me, if their husbands and boyfriends don't kill you, then I will. And I'll just have to do my time. I'm sorry. Rape is the worst crime that you can ever commit. I don't give a flying fuck who it is and what they've done to you. You can't go around raping people. That is not fucking cool on any level. Therefore, young ladies, if there is a martial art in your area, if there is a teacher, if there is a program in your school that offers you self-defense, by decree of James Williams Jr. and the Cherokee fire that burns within, you need to take that damn class. You don't want to take the class, I get it. Oh, I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to kill anybody. I don't want to do the wrong thing. Alright, this is where I use the one word that I refuse to use towards women. Bitch, get your shit together and get the fucking class. Because anything that will save your ass from being raped or killed is worth learning. That might have been the army coming out. But it might have been the Street Fighter coming out. But the truth of the matter is, you need to be able to defend yourself. You need to be able to protect yourself from assholes like me, and rapists, and murderers, and killers. Because if you don't protect yourself, Batman does not exist. Granted, we need Batman. Granted, we need Daredevil. Granted, we damn sure need the Punisher. But here's the thing. The law protects the guilty. So you better protect yourself. Even if you're not guilty, the law pretty much gives the bad guys a little bit more rights than the people who they are victimizing. Keep that shit in mind when you watch this video. And YouTube, I'm sorry if that was a little bit offensive. Thanks for watching. It's Comfort Havoc number 2. Be seeing you.